Well, a very good evening to you. I am Ryan Broom with the Monday, November 6th edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story, Bridgetown was flooded in national colors tonight as the Sagicor Life Incorporated lighting ceremony in National Hero Square moments ago. The honor of flicking the switch was given to Carson Small, MBE, because of his contribution and work in the community. Fireworks also lit up the night sky. Minister of Social Care, Stephen Blackett, in his address, paid tribute to the Community Independent Secretariat for organizing the annual event. Earlier, Chief Operation Officer at Sagicor Life, Edward Clark, called for a revitalization of Bridgetown. He said the city was once a bustling center of commerce and could be that once more. Sharing his vision for the town, he said students, workers, and visitors could be engaged with free Wi-Fi and more green spaces. Well, in other news, more judges are needed to help clear the backlog of cases in the local judicial system. Attorney General and Minister of Home Affairs, Adriel Brathwaite, says this will speed up the process significantly and complement the additional measures implemented to address the backlog. At present, close to 50% of prisoners at Her Majesty's Prison Dodds are on remand. The Attorney General was speaking during a workshop on hearings and maximum sentence indications held at the Radisson Hotel over the weekend.
I think I can say we all know that the number of cases that we have in the criminal justice system presently, that the present number of judges, they just cannot get it done. So we need to have some additional resources in that regard. Even with continuous assizes, the numbers tell you that the present number of judges, with the best will in the world, unless they're able to work 24 hours a day, that in fact that we need some additional resources in that regard.
And Mr. Brathwaite also believes that cases should be separated based on their nature.
He said we're going to have to find some way to take the most serious criminal matters and have a magistrate initially focus on those more serious matters. I have been so persuaded by some of my colleagues that in fact that we should have a court that deals with the more serious matters, and it is my intention to take that box as soon as possible.
In-depth research has been highlighted as a key to tackling the problems of crime and violence in Barbados. Director of the Criminal Justice and Research Planning Unit, Cheryl Willoughby, says they are working to identify high-risk communities with the aim of uncovering the specific factors which lead to deviant behavior. She says this data will allow them to tailor solutions to the affected communities.
Based on our findings, we will be working with all the stakeholders across Barbados to target resources in those areas. I believe the time has come now where Barbados can no longer depend on anecdotal thought or information to pilot programs within communities that we deem to need them most. So therefore, with our evidence, we are going to develop programs and projects that will be specific to the identified needs within those communities.
Two promoters based in the United Kingdom feel they can attract many more tourists to Barbados in the month of November. Glenda Clark of the London Elite Caribbean UK Group made the revelation during the launch of the Barbados Sunshine Music Festival, which takes place this week. The festival is expected to feature a number of UK-based superstars, including Loose Ends, Desi G, Nigel B, and General Levy, all of Caribbean descent. While Glenda Clark admits it's an unusual time to host such a festival, she says it's all part of the plan.
We didn't have to compete with doing things during the busy time like Crop Over, which already has a great influx of people are coming in. So yes, we did take a chance during November, but we wanted to kind of like just bring that availability so that there were more availability for hotels, more availability for flights.
We want to make it a new time
in
Barbados, the first week of November, to make it a new time to create into a more important time in the calendar.
Exactly, because, so that almost every month you have some reason to come to Barbados.
And Ms. Clark says the group is heavily involved with the St. Lucia Jazz Festival, which has taken off as a major event in May. This week they're hosting a Party Bus Island tour, a vintage soul and reggae night, a comedy show, and a sunset cruise, all at locations along the country's west coast. in for this year's event are a number of Brits with Caribbean roots, many of whom purchase packages that cover airfare, accommodation, and events. One of them is Pauline Garrick, who says she's enjoying the festival.
I'm from London and thoroughly enjoying Rick and Glenda's occasions. It's been a fabulous week, and I can't say how well done it is. I'm so proud of what they're doing from London to Barbados. Bring it on.
The Barbados Road Safety Association has intensified its pedestrian safety message weeks after a young student was knocked down and killed in St. George. Hananiah Reeves's life was cut short on October 4th, just a stone's throw from his campaign Castle St. George home. With just days into Road Safety Month, the team was on hand at the Princess Margaret Secondary School, which the late Hananiah attended. Students were educated about the do's and don'ts on the roads, and one of the issues of concern raised by Constable Elizabeth Hanaway was overcrowding of public service vehicles. She reminded the students that PSV should adhere to the capacity requirements. Constable Hanaway also encouraged students to be vigilant when disembarking public transport.
When you get out of transport board bus, minibus, ZR, do not seek to step out in front of the vehicle. Do not, because the same thing that you are doing this, a vehicle is looking to overtake. They're not looking for you. They're not concerned. They're concerned about getting where they're going. They're not concerned that some person might be looking to cross out in front of a vehicle. So you must be mindful of that. If there is, as I said, a pedestrian crossing available, seek to use it. And when you're seeking to use the pedestrian crossing, you don't just start walking.
And President of the Road Safety Association, Charmaine Rowland Bowen, says they intend to reach out to a number of schools for the month promoting pedestrian safety. Several activities are also planned this Road Safety Month, and on November 19th will be observed as World Day of Remembrance for road traffic victims.
I know many of you, or some of you, might have had a relative or a friend that was killed on our roads. I know, for instance, there were 2 of your classmates or former mates, that have been killed. One earlier this year, Hananiah Reeves, and 6 years ago there was a little boy, Ian Gibson, who would have also lost his life. And we would like you all to remember them. Remember them also, and remember your families. So if you have any loved ones, any family members, we're going to be having a service on Sunday the 19th at Sanctuary Empowerment, where we will be remembering all of those persons.
Well, we take a pause here, but we'll have more news after the break.
It started with my love for making things. That became a business. And when I wanted to expand, I chose a partner that could help me build on my vision. A partner that made growing my business easier with fewer steps. That's banking that starts with me.
It starts with you. Scotiabank.
It's your favorite time of year again, when everyone is cleaning and fixing and painting. So, are you holiday ready? Harris Paints is celebrating 45 years of color. Get 45% off all Perma products, 30% off all Ultima Plus, and many more. Plus, for every $50 you spend, you get a chance to win a grand prize of $10,000 cash. You can also win one of 45 prizes of Farmer's Choice hams, gas and grocery vouchers, and Harris gift cards. Get holiday ready with Harris Paints, the Caribbean champions of color.
Hey there! Yes, you! Yes, Flow customers, you've topped up, signed up, paid your bill on time and in full. Now you can win over $250,000 in cash and prizes. It's time to play!
Let's go Family Flow!
You can win smart TVs, cell phones, cash, and more weekly. Visit www.discoverflow.co or see price for details. Cable and wireless terms and conditions apply.
Help support the restoration efforts for the hundreds of thousands affected by catastrophic hurricanes. Donate to the Red Cross Hurricane Relief account at any branch of the following: CIBC First Caribbean, account number 10011633436. First Citizens 500-900-00588. RBC Royal Bank 210-05073 and Republic Bank 01804-153-1001. Monies raised will be sent to the International Red Cross for its restoration work for affected persons. Appeal closes 30th November 2017. Persons wishing to post checks should make these out to Red Cross Hurricane Relief Appeal Account and post to Barbados Red Cross Society, P.O. Box 300 Bridgetown, or hand deliver to the Red Cross Warrens Headquarters. The Barbados Red Cross and commercial banks, on behalf of the victims of catastrophic hurricanes, thank all persons and businesses for their contributions.
November 25th. Tickets available at Cbc The Pine, Superstyle Shoe Shops at Sky Mall and Bridgetown.
Welcome back. Well, the sponsor of the main national competition for amateur cooks is encouraging more of them to get their products market ready. Marketing manager of Massey Stores, Kieran Aline, says Massey already specializes in showcasing locally grown and manufactured goods, and the plan is to extend that to prepared foods as well as wines and spirits.
Our desire is to have locally manufactured items represented in every major category of our supermarket. And in the past 10 years, we have witnessed an increase in the variety of locally made goods. But we still have a long way to go. And we find that far too often, with locally manufactured goods, product demand seems to outstrip product supply. But we remain hopeful, and we believe that events such as these will build a robust cadre of artists willing to propel themselves from hobbyists into entrepreneurs producing specifically for the retail sector.
Mrs. Arlene was speaking at the NIFCA Culinary Arts Exhibition at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center. A wide variety of dishes prepared by local cooks using all types of locally grown and fruits and vegetables were displayed and judged for a number of awards. Among them, several incentive awards. The winners of those prizes were acknowledged. But the event's big prize, the Carmita's NIFCA Recognition Award, was presented to Lucia White, the food and nutrition teacher at St. Winifred School. Chief Executive Officer of the National Cultural Foundation, Cranston Brown, agrees with the suggestion that the amateur cooks should start getting their products ready for the market. He says while it is the smallest of the disciplines, it is actually the most market ready.
These exhibitions highlight the potential for products that could be brought to market quite easily with funding, manufacturing, sales, distribution, and even into the export markets. So I implore exhibitors here to, as the young people say these days, up the thing and get market ready. You have Massey Stores ready to put your products on their shelves, and you have other companies ready to assist.
Over the past week, Barbados has taken a leap in understanding the concept of community tourism, as well as the tools needed to help it move forward. Following an entrepreneurship program sponsored by the Barbados Tourism Product Authority, stakeholders have now created a steering committee. During the graduation ceremony, lead community tourism trainer Diana McIntyre Pike reminded graduates that the authentic lifestyles and experiences of Barbadians will take community tourism forward.
We view the tourism product of the Caribbean as related not only to specific resort areas or traditional tourism establishments, but to the entire country. All participating villages, communities are encouraged to stimulate entrepreneurship and identify unique opportunities such as natural, man-made, or traditional cultural practices within their local environment. The Caribbean is the most tourism-dependent region in the world. If it is not managed in a sustainable way, it will compromise the future.
Now, the Community Steering Committee would have stakeholders representing specific areas like accommodation, attractions, culture, and food. In fact, officials say Airbnb has expressed their intention to partner more directly with local community tourism initiatives. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Steering Committee, Damian Daniel, intends to hit the ground running.
We're going to get out there. We're going to make sure that we take the knowledge that we have been given and implement it. And we are going to make sure that we get as much information as possible and get some packages together. And I encourage every single person.
With the Barbados Community College approaching its 50th anniversary, the institution is looking to maintain its quality and expand its borders. This was made clear in the theme of its 2017 graduation award ceremony. Chairman of BCC, Stephen Moore, says the theme Sustaining the Quality, Expanding the Borders is a call to action and outlined a number of avenues for the institution to further its growth, including franchising.
The Barbados Community College can therefore expand its borders in the following ways. And I know that we have been involved in some of these already. Franchises. This would allow BCC to approve its courses for use in other community colleges in other Caribbean countries or beyond, to provide one or more of the BCC specialty area programs.
Mr. Moore congratulated the 1,019 graduates, placing focus on the growing number of bachelor's degree graduates.
BCC previously sat in that uncomfortable zone called post-secondary, just a position between the secondary schools and the University of the West Indies. Today, BCC is moving out of that zone to develop its own identity. And one glaring example of that is the graduation this evening of 86 graduates with bachelor's degrees in education, graphic design, studio art, general nursing, and pharmacy.
Well, Education Minister Ronald Jones also complimented the graduates on their achievement, and in response to a call for more funding by the school's principal, Minister Jones encouraged them to be innovative instead of asking for more.
And there become no need, therefore, to say to the state that is already burdened with so many demands, give us more. I would love, and I have over the last 9 or so years, always say to the Ministry of Finance, the Barbados Community College deserves more.
Well, still to come, a look at some of the stories making headlines across the region.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Diamond Dazzler, it's time to play. Diamond Dazzler, the new instant $250,000 scratch game from the Barbados Lottery. Available at select lottery outlets.
Honey, this kitchen needs painting.
Why not the whole house?
We hitting the jackpot at Berger Paints.
Enter to win free paint in one of 7 prizes in the Anson McCall Lucky 7 jackpot worth $140,000. Just spend $100 at Brightest Stokes, Brightest Express and Stationery, Brightest Insurance Standard, MQI, Berger Paints, or Consolidated Finance. Enter your code online at www.ansonlucky7jackpot.com for your chance to win. See website for full details.
I would like to get my father a bike and my mother a bed. I would like a Samsung TV for my mommy. I want to get my mommy a tablet. I would like to get my dad a barbecue because he likes to cook fish.
Join us from November 16th to 19th, 2017 for the Barbados Food and Rum Festival, where acclaimed Barbadian chefs and mixologists are joined by Chef Jean-Georges of the US, Chef Tom Akins of the UK, Chef Chris De La Rosa of Canada to create dining experiences to delight the senses. Visit ticketpal.com and all TicketPal locations to get your tickets, and visit foodandrum.com for more information.
Tonight, Guyana's President David Granger is making it clear that the economy is not on a downward trajectory. In fact, he says there has been growth over the last 30 months. The president's remarks came during his most recent address to the parliament.
President David Granger is firm on the position that the country's economy is on the right path. He was at the time addressing the 71st sitting of the National Assembly on Thursday. Mr. Granger did not give credit to the perception that the economy is on the decline.
The nation's economy has been prudently managed over the past 30 months. This has allowed for moderate economic growth of 3.1% in 2015 and 3.3% in 2016.
The president admitted that there is an unfavorable external environment, which, according to him, his administration managed to pull through.
Gold was a major contributor to this growth, with 712,707 ounces being produced last year, the highest in the country's history. Mr. Speaker, economic growth would not have been possible without the achievement of macroeconomic stability.
The Guyanese leader said the Ministry of Finance has been working to create a favorable environment for business development, to protect investment and to maintain a stable exchange rate.
Your government has adopted measures to improve the living standards of workers. The minimum wage of public servants increased by over 50%. From $39,540 to $60,000 within the past 60 months.
The president also spoke about some budget measures his government undertook, which he noted will benefit all Guyanese.
A total of 59 inmates who were housed at the Point Blanche prison in Dutch St. Martin have been relocated to detention centers in Curaçao and the Netherlands. 28 of these inmates were relocated to Curaçao and the remaining 31 relocated to the Netherlands. The relocation of these inmates is seen in connection with repairs and reconstruction work which has to be done at the Point Blanche prison due to the damage caused by Hurricane Irma. The inmates will be in Curaçao and the Netherlands for approximately 6 months. Well, the sports update is just ahead, but first, here's a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
Transferring the risk of loss to an insurance company is one of the most effective risk management techniques. Insurance companies undertake that risk on behalf of policyholders at a minimum cost as compared to the value at risk. Cooperators General Insurance, ensuring you are protected during this hurricane season.